Alrighty, so I've been asked to identify how the political events in the 1920s changed the constitutional landscape of Canada. So, just to clarify which constitutional or which political events we're talking about here, it's the basically just the 1925 and 1926 elections that were between Arthur Meighen and Mackenzie King, in which Governor General Byng also played a pretty large role in as well. So, how did these events change the constitutional landscape of Canada? Basically, they made it clear that the job of the Governor General had to change. So the Governor General basically could no longer be the representative of the British government in Canada. So since that point, the Governor General hasn't had that title anymore. So obviously that had a pretty big impact on Canada because this was basically because like Governor General Byng had been so involved in the confusion, I guess you could call it. So they decided that it was like too much to handle, basically. Secondly, it made the Liberal Party the main party for much of the 20th century in Canada, because they got a good hold of Quebec, and therefore they kind of only had to convince a few other provinces to vote for them, and then they could beat out the Conservatives. And as a result of this, King became the longest serving Prime Minister in Canadian history. And finally, the last way that all these events changed the constitutional landscape of Canada is this is the most important, they brought about the Statute of Westminster by 1931. And this made Canada, it's still a monarchy under the British Crown, but we became independent in terms of our domestic and foreign policies. So, yeah, that's how all these events changed the constitutional landscape of Canada.